Hello and welcome, I'm Stormo, and we are back where we left off, pretty much. So, yeah. Back at the resistance camp, let's go turn our quests in and get that out of the way. Here we go. So we got his materials, and he'll be able to sell us chips. Also, yeah, he wasn't quite honest with us about the leg, because it's his only original part. I should point out, everyone here is an android, by the way. Like, there are no humans at all on the Earth. It's the machine robots that we fight, the cute round ones, and these guys. Everyone is an android. There are no humans in the game, maybe, at all. So, yeah. So this is basically the Earth now, as it were. But yeah, he's a bit worried about replacing that leg. It's the whole, what's the name of it? The ship of whoever it is, where every plank gets replaced. Is it still the same ship? That kind of thing. Or the hammer. The axe. That's right, yeah. Okay, well, we did the quest though. So that's good, that's good. And he'll now sell us, if I go back here. Oh, there's a chest here too. Grab that. He'll now sell us, if I do this, what are we buying? We're buying, yeah, he sells us all the chips. Plus he sells us, no, not yet. Oh no, the good chips are, the other one sells the good chips, don't they? Yeah. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get the good chips eventually. There's a couple of chips I really want to get. And you're back in business, yep. Okay, so sometimes I wonder, what if my weapons are just making my friends die all the faster? Well, look, don't think about it. Yeah. Okay, so the weapon dealer's request. Now, I want to do a couple of things while we're here. Yeah. Get the reward. And we'll have a look at what he has. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we have Beast Bane, we have Beast Lord, which is a really good weapon. We have Ancient Overlord, which I can't afford yet. Beast Lord's really strong. It's a good heavy weapon. I might buy it at some point. There is another weapon I want to get though, except that's a weapon that will be free once I get it. I just want to check shop here. No, it still sells the other things. There is, yeah, there is something I want. I can afford one of the 8 storages, but I don't quite need it yet, and there's a chip I want to buy first. But I'm not sure he had it for sale, so I'm just going to go back and have a look what he's got for sale here, because there is a particular chip I want to buy here. If I can. No, he doesn't have the chip I want yet. I might have to get it from somewhere else. Here we go. Hang on a second. Okay, yep. So these are the chips I want. The weapon attack, max HP. Definitely want max HP. And we will pick up some of these chips. In fact, I may have already picked some of them up. If you need to ride an animal, this is what you use. I'll buy that. I might buy Beast Lord as well instead of spending my money on those other chips. Chips do drop off enemies too, so I may already have the chips I want. What I will do is I'll buy Beast Lord because it's really good. So we'll get that. And that is a reference to the first game, because there was a weapon called Beast Lord in the first game. So, and this is... Yeah, this is telling us about someone who can upgrade our weapons past what he can upgrade them. So while we're here, let's set that weapon set up. Now I've got Beast Lord. I will put that as my heavy attack. It's a large sword. Okay, so that's Beast Lord equipped. And that might be our combination for the game. Maybe, I don't know. Let's have a look at plug-in chips for the moment. Let's see if we've got any that I want just while we're here. I've got that max H, 11 of them. I didn't even need to buy that. That's insane. I didn't realize how many I had. I can actually equip more than one. No, I can't. I can only equip the one of any chip type. That's right, I remember now. That gives us a bit more HP. That's good. That's what we want. but there's also a health regenerating chip that I want to get as soon as I can as well. Anyway, we've done that. Let's talk to an enemy, and we need to go to the desert. So, yep, we can do that. So we're off to the desert. Nothing bad will happen in the desert. It is a perfectly normal desert that has one thing we need to hunt around for, so we might be spending a bit of time looking for it while I look for that. But otherwise, everything in the desert is perfectly normal and nothing bad will happen.
Pod 042 to operator. Coordinates confirmed for location specified by Resistance Leader.
Understood, 042. Placing marker on target. The desert heat is going to make resupply efforts difficult, 2B. Please make sure you're ready before you go.
Oh yeah, we're ready. Aside from missing one of the chips I want, we're ready. We'll just head across here. I can't remember if there's a lot else we can do before we do this part of the game. But this is where we'll finally sort of start kicking the storyline. There is one thing we can do before we go to the desert, actually, and I might do it. I believe it might be what that email was about too. We'll go check our email. We'll see what it's about. I have a sneaking suspicion we might want to do this before we head to the desert, because I think I know what this is going to be about. And it's going to take a little while to do. But that's fine. Quick save, inbox, lost equipment. Yep, this is what we want to do. So what we're going to do before we go to the desert is we're actually going to head up this broken piece of freeway here. I'll just get my way over here. And we'll head up onto this broken piece of freeway. This will lead us back. Whoa. That was a bit ambitious. This will lead us back to the factory where we started the game. We can actually go all the way back there, and there's a couple of things we can get there, which is what we're going to do. Now, you can go all the way through it, all the way back through it again, right to the very first part where, basically the part where 2B crashes through the wall and lands and fights the Engels for the first time. So you can do that. Otherwise, I think we will just, we might not. I'm in two minds about it, but yeah, this is sort of, the factory area is actually linked into the rest of the city. So, and this is how all the areas you visit in the game. It's not a huge open world. It's not like a massive game, but there's a lot to do in all the areas, so it is kind of worth it. Let's come in here and grab that, kill these guys, they're all dead. And we've got access to this, which is good. So I'll just quick save again, and then we'll go up the stairs here. There is one thing we could do here to make life easier later on though, so I'm not sure if I will. But if we go down here, yep, just come down here, it's our other sword. Yes, Virtuous Treaty. So we picked that up, and I should be able to pick up, this is our body that we left behind, and we've got all of the things. All of the stuff we picked up at the start of the game, you can just see it all flooding there. We've just picked it all up. And we picked auto use item +1, which I want, because I didn't have that before. That actually is something we want. So let's go skills. Whoops, no, plug it. No, what are you doing? Set type A, customize. I've never used more than set type A. We'll activate that as well. So that is super handy. That will automatically use healing items for us when we drop below certain health thresholds. It's not the plug-in chip I really want, but it's what we can have for now. Now there should be some items over here. No, I already opened these, didn't I? Yep, when the first part. We can go back through that door and around through the factory itself, and do a bunch of stuff. You can go all the way back to, like I said, the very start. I think there's like an item you can pick up there, but it's not, maybe it's not worth it. I might do that in my own time. I'm not going to do it in this video. But yeah, there is some stuff you can get by going back through there. There's a shortcut you can open up that cuts out a fair section of it as well. You still have to go through a fair bit, but it probably cuts out maybe a quarter to a half of what you've got to fight through to get back there. But we're not going to do that. We are done here. So let's... I'm not going to use that machine. I'm just going to head back over to the desert, because there'll be a machine at the desert, so we'll be able to get it from there. And yeah, Virtuous Treaty, if I go here, weapons, I can grab, it's a large sword as well, and I've got access to that now if I want to use that instead of Beast Lord. I don't, but I can. So that's our heavy attack, by the way. And you see Beast Lord is quite slow. It's quite heavy weapon. You could, if you wanted, actually set yourself up so that you used... so I could set this up, weapon set 1, light attack, and I could actually set Virtuous Treaty up as my light attack if I want. So I don't think that's a bad way to play either. Maybe it is, because that's quite slow. That means I'm very slow, but look how dangerous that is. Maybe I don't want to do that. Yeah, I might go back to the other sword for that, because I think that might just be a little too slow for the way I want to play the game. Where is it? Set 1. Let's go back to Virtuous Contract for that. Virtuous Contract's a really good sword. Yeah, you can see how much faster that is. And maybe I can just use Virtuous Treaty and Virtuous Contract, but I'll stick with Beast Lord for the moment. Beast Lord's strong as well, so we'll do that. Anyway, let's head up and over across this way. So as I mentioned, I've been watching SJDQ. I watched Half Coordinated's Nier Automata run. He actually had a bunch of information I didn't really know, like how to taunt, which I'd never actually known before. And he had some information on how to do the best movement, which involves not that. It involves that somehow. I don't remember how to do it. I'm going to take that guy on probably. So one thing I haven't been doing in the combat that I really should be is using my pod. One thing we're gonna do is get a different pod soon. Oh yeah, that's right. You can do that, can't you? So if you knock them down, I didn't quite pull it off then, but if you knock those larger guys down, you can do basically a sort of kill attack on them when they're lying on the ground. That's what the circle trigger was, but I killed them too quickly to actually pull it off. But you can do that. Anyway, we're going to keep going this way. So I'll be spending a little bit of time in the desert. We're not going to get up to the next sort of stage of the story. I don't think we avoid these guys. Do we want to take them on, or are we just going to avoid them? We can avoid them. Let's just keep going up here then. If I was really wanting to do this quickly, I would actually get some animal bait and ride a moose over here. Because you can do that in this game. That's certainly a thing you can do if you want. Anyway, this is the desert area. There is, fortunately for us, this machine right here, which gives us the map, data, and the quick save, which we want. This game does not automatically save, it actually makes that very clear at the start.
We've got a squad mate. Just remember that if you need anything, best to take care of it here while you... What can I help you with? You
can sell me stuff if you've got anything worth selling me. I don't have a lot of gold though. He doesn't have... He has down attack up. That's what that is, that down attack. Charge attack. He has a counter too, which is really strong. And he has charge attack, which is what you get when you hold your heavy attack down. But I don't have the money for any of those things. I don't want to buy them anyway for the moment. So we'll keep heading this way. We'll head into the desert. We're looking for a person in the desert. We're actually looking for something else in the desert. We need to find this person first. Let's grab that body, see what it can give us. Pray and continue. The other option you have here is repair, which will basically make the body come to life and fight for you for a while. So that's always handy. We have some auto healing, so that's nice. And deadly heal too, which is good. So those effects come from plug-in chips. That the character will have. Auto heal is actually something I want to get. That's actually the plug-in chip I'm hoping to get.
Council of Humanity has a message for all of our brave androids fighting on the surface.
So these robots have no arms and no way of attacking you. They just wander around. They are hostile. You can tell because their eyes are red. They're hostile. They cannot attack you. They have no arms. So they can't do the whirly arms attack that the robots with arms will do.
Now, more than ever, we must forge on.
I think it's really odd the way the robots are in this area. It's really funny. Cute.
want nothing more than a return to Earth.
Can't taunt him either.
Glory to mankind.
Yeah, glory to
Those
mankind,
council
whatever.
broadcasts are always so stiff.
Tech manual, yay! I've got mail.
Mail notification received from access point.
Let's talk to this random person here.
Hey, our leader told me all about you. Name's Jackass. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, her name
I
really
hear
is
you're planning to
Jackass.
take out all the
Like,
machines in the
what?
desert.
Why?
Guess that means we need to get that entrance open.
Looks like it. So, Jackass, was it? What are you doing all the way out here?
Oh, that? Well... wouldn't want to have anyone getting tangled up in that, now would we? Don't go trying to be a hero, alright?
Yeah, Jackass is cool. But you can sort of see why she's called Jackass. 'Cause she is kind of a bit of one. You can apparently get through here without having that wall blow up too.
With explosives. There's gotta
If
be an
you
easier
know
way,
what you're doing,
right?
you can do that. We didn't. Speed run our way through here. Now there's some robots here. And an item that isn't that great, but we'll get it anyway. It's just some amber. And we'll come out and around here. Some more robots. Now these robots look different. They're wearing things, which is odd. Did I get the other one? No, I didn't. So that's certainly a thing that's happening right now, is that there's robots here that are wearing things. What does that mean? And anyone who's played the original Nier will know exactly what that means. Here we go with the cutscene for the desert, which is a huge area, by the way, this desert. And we want to... There's an item I want to find in it, so we're actually not going towards the quest destination first. There's a particular thing I need to get before we go any further. So, go through the desert, and we'll go sand surfing. We need to go... It's up around this way from memory.
Slippery.
Might take me a little while to remember exactly where it is, but I believe it's up around here, what I'm looking for. Yep, there's a bunch of robots over there. Might be just at the top of this hill here, hopefully. Hopefully. Because finding things in the desert, yeah, it's not easy. Give it that, it's not easy. Sure, it's near this edge here. Well, maybe not, because we're getting too near the edge. Let's take this guy down. Yeah, I think I'm a little too far over for it. Just there, I'll come back around. There's a couple of sections of the desert where it gets really dusty like this as you get closer to an edge. That might be what I'm looking for just there. No, that's not what I was looking for, damn. We're going to spend a bit of time running around this desert because I am going to try and find what I want before we proceed. Just got to remember exactly where it is. Maybe this is it. No, I don't think it is actually, because I think it's just lying there in the desert. It's not. It's just this item that's just lying down in the desert. So I don't believe. As long as I'm not aggroing, I'm going to aggro all these guys. Oh, that's right. There's a thing here.
Scary.
Yeah, we've gone too far.
Kind. Veggie. Meat.
Yeah, okay. Well, the robots in this game, by the way, start to get a little weird. This is your sort of first indicator that something else is going on here. We are not where we want to be. I reached that area, which means I know that I'm not in the right spot for what I'm looking for. I've just got to keep... I'm sure it's... I know it's on this side. I just can't remember exactly where, and it's going to take me a little bit of time just to figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's not this, because I'm pretty sure when we find it, I'll know exactly what I'm looking for the moment I find it. It's not that little black dot in the map either. That's too far over for what I'm looking for. Oops. Oh. Oh, ow. So that's where that auto-use item thing comes in handy. Yeah, they're all done. This guy. Not using my pod, I kept forgetting about that. Guy out. Okay, got all those. I'm sorry that this looks like quite a mess, because it's obviously a bit hairy over here at the moment. Oh, let's not miss those, because those are money. And other things, robot parts and stuff that we can sell for money. The item I'm looking for is over in this area, I know that. Just take a moment to find it is all. That's not it. Or is it? No, that's just gold. Money in this game is called G. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. There it is. There we go. So what we've got here...
A pod?
Hypothesis. The owner discarded this pod and left it in safe mode. Motives unknown.
Why was it abandoned? Pod, reactivate it for me. If it's usable, try to overwrite the original owner with my ID.
Yes, do
Activation
that.
complete. Access granted. Previous owner ID successfully overwritten. Special weaponry now available.
Excellent. Excellent. And now we have the cool pod. We'll find out what that does in a moment. Let's go over here and have a crack at some enemies. Yeah, now I've got the cool
Careful.
pod.
We've got enemies approaching.
That's what I wanted. I want the enemies. I want them to approach. Oh, that's right, they'll pop up out of the desert, won't they? Yep, here we go.
Droid. Desert.
These machines are talking.
Yeah,
Messed that
I
up.
heard from the Resistance that they've been seeing this a lot lately. Couldn't tell you why, though.
There we go, level up. Good time to get one too, because I was low-ish on health. Like, not desperately low on health, but yeah. And you can see what this pod does? It fires homing missiles at everything. It's great. This is the best pod. So that's why we'll be using that as much as we can for the rest of the game, because it's such a good pod. I love this pod. I use this pod all the time. Pick up all the items that we've got here. Try and grab these. Entered plate, all this stuff around here. A lot of this is crafting materials or just stuff you can sell for money. Along with the money you get for actually killing robots as well. So that's useful. That'll be a moving speed up chip. I'll equip that because that'll be really handy. That's my plug-in chips. Assuming I've got room for it. Customize. What have we got? All chips. I've got 2 moving speed ups. Oh yeah, cool. Cool. So I can equip that, and I can probably equip that as well. So I've got 2 movement speed bonuses. Not huge movement speed bonuses, but enough. Enough that it'll matter. Still want an auto heal though. That's what I'm looking for. Something that gives me health regen. Because once you start getting health regen chips, it can get very powerful. Especially if you can get them where they regen. I think you can get them that regen in combat. There's a guy there, and a bunch of guys there.
Droid. Exterminate. Enemy.
Do you think they even understand the concept of being scared?
I love how, well, love is a strong word here, but I love how 2B is, sorry, not 2B, 9S is completely racist against the robots. Like, he has no sympathy for their humanity at all. He is just, like, the most racist person. Oh no, these are savages. They have no concept of this stuff. They are clearly savage robots with no idea or understanding. Also, there's a save point over here. So we'll activate that. And it's being surrounded by robots, because of course it is.
Eliminate enemies in vicinity and restore access point immediately.
Yes, that's that was my plan. Whoa. Ah, yes, I did the down attack. Kind of. I think I did one. There we go, map information unlocked. Quick save the game, and keep heading over and killing the robots. So head over here and take this lot out. I don't think you have to do all of these groups, but I'm just being a weird completionist at the moment, so I guess that's why.
Kill. Enemy.
ones with the weird-looking outfits.
I've seen that sort of thing when I was going through some old data. It looks like what humans used to wear long ago. Certain human collectives used to use face paint like that, too.
Those swirly arms attacks, though. Oh no, he's got a saw blade wrapped around his chest. Let's try and grab all of this. Did I get all the enemies? No, he's still alive. Come on, die. There you go. Got him! Yay! Ripped him up. Ripped him to shreds. Okay. Oh, still got these two. The flying guys. Oh, they're dead. That was easy. And there's a chest here too. Let's grab that chest. It's a melee attack up. That's a salve. So we won't worry too heavily about it. Go this way to the next quest marker. I'm just going to ignore anything that isn't part of the quest pop-ups for the moment. There are a bunch of enemies running around on, you can see, oh wow. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of enemies. Yeah, these guys. I forgot about these guys. So these guys charge at you and explode. And they do heaps of damage. So that was fun for us. I'd forgotten all about that. Anyway, let's head across here. There's 2 more enemy groups that we need to clear out. There's this one over here, and then there's one around where we need to actually go. So, get those done. And, oh boy, flying enemies, yay. All of the flying enemies, watch them all pop in. Look, he didn't start shooting at us.
To be, it's fine. Their speech doesn't mean anything. They're just emitting words at random. If they wanted help, why would they be attacking us?
They're just uncivilized savages. They have no concept of culture. Yeah, so this game gets very full on with that, I think. So anyway, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but the clothes the robots are wearing are similar to the clothes that there's a town in the first game called Facade, I believe, and the robots are wearing similar gear to what the people in that town wore in the original Nier, and that's why they're dressed like they are. Because one of the things that will become obvious as this game goes on is the robots. I wouldn't say they've gone a bit crazy, but they've, I don't want to say gone native, but they sort of have started to sort of replicate human behaviors and human things. And 9S might actually be right in the sense that they may not know what they mean when they say it. Like, do they have consciousness? And that's one of the core themes of the game. Do these robots have consciousness, or they're just mimicking what they've learned about humanity from being on Earth so long? And it's not really obviously known what's going on there. Okay, hello you. This is a tough guy. I'm going to change my swords up too. I think I'm going to actually start using Virtuous Treaty.
Individual target ID marked.
I'm just finding Beast Lord a bit too slow for the way I play the game. But maybe I'll do it for the moment, see how I feel about it, and then change back later. But yeah, I'm going to go back to using Virtuous Treaty. We need Beast Lord anyway, because we need it for the weapon count, but yeah, I think we can get away without it for the moment. Okay, so we're about to head into the next part of the game, which will be cool. Let's up along here, go along the pipe. So this is another cool area. This whole desert area is really cool looking, actually, I think. But yeah, this is the desert housing area. So we'll head, where are we going here?
What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area. Large numbers of humans resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The structures were referred to by names such as apartment complex.
Apartment complex. I've got mail.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
There is an access point just over there too. I can just see it. So, go down here and grab that. Take these robots out. Robots, robots, robots. Yeah, this is more to my liking. He's just a little slow. Did we get them all? Yeah, we did. Oh, we get this cool song. Oh, it sounds so cool here. Just quick save that. Might leave it there for the moment, and we'll continue on through here in the next episode. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all then.